A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The tackle made by Harold.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. Able to find Harris, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get to normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Ball carrier.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
He's brought down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 14. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And now nothing but green ahead of him.
Right, camera.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Tennessee.
Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee.
Score Titans 7, Bengals nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Bengals.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Good for us.
Give him 30 yards there.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's another Bengals 1st down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Rashaan Evans.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Auden Tate, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the rookie runner from App State is Darrington Evans. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the ground, it's Evans. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
He's tackled at the
one of the best around. Big Geno Atkins there on the stop. An 8-time Pro Bowler, including each of the last 6 seasons.
They'll try to run for this with Evans. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll go with McCoy. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. It's brought in by Harris. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Finding Green complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
For the point after.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complimentary?
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
The Bengals take
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
First down. Here's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
You ready? You ready? You ready?
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
This time, Burrow will look to throw. Staying on his feet, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack, but he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Being chased out left. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
On the throwaway.
So on 4th down, Burrow will give way to Randy Bullock for the Bengals field goal. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
On second down, a run with Evans. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Tannehill on third down. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Tennessee.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Tannehill. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee.
To number 11,
A.J. Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are just an extra point away from moving out in front. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
The score, Titans 14. Bengals 13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Burrow looking to pass. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
34-yard line.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Check 55 to Mike. Watch the screen.
Now Burrow on first down. Slant pass to Boyd. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Titans. Denzel Mims, 77 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that's complete. It's Green here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, we got it. Tighten up.
Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. Not much there, only a yard.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He's got Green. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
3-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
54, right there, 54 miles.
Now Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Maybe a free play here for Tannehill. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Here's Evans. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Tannehill now to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
The score, Bengals 28, Titans 21.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. He's at the 30, 10, and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28.
The game, 28 all.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. On the run, it's Mixon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On second down, Burrow. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Christian Fulton.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On third down, Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
Burrow's pass, intended for T. Higgins, incomplete. It's now fourth down.
Where Ant find these niggas at, man?
Fourth and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, it's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. On first and 10, Tannehill. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Denzel Mims, the rookie, the intended receiver there. But it'll be second down. Here's second and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Tannehill finding Davis for a Titan first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
On first down, Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans are going to take the lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Burrow now, a big spot for the Heisman Trophy winner. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Second and 11.
Mike, watch the curl, He's coming. Double up.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. It's our time.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
See how they respond now. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Switch.
Now Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked Picked off with great anticipation. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
He's brought down.
The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. On the slant, complete to Green. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 mark.
Now it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
To Joe Mixon.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here we go with Burrow. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Back to throw. And he'll go right back to Green, but this time it's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Bernard getting the handoff from Burrow, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
At the Titans' 12-yard line.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with time running out, and the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Lining up for the point.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
To kick off for Cincinnati.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11th.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. They'll run on first down with Evans. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
At the 20.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Now Tannehill. He'll air this one out for Mims. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. And it's third down.
Third down. And 6 yards to go.
They'll run with Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Tannehill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. But now it's third down. They only needed a few inches there on second, but forget the halfback dive. They were going for the big one.
I thought it was a good time to take a shot. You figure with their running game, if they don't get it there, you come back and run for it and pick up the first down. Go ahead and be aggressive. Try and get one downfield for a big one.
Here comes a big one now in overtime. This is 3rd and inches. Here with Evans, and he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Taken down at the
just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down, Tennessee.
Tannehill on first down. He's got this one completed to Mims. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And how about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Evans. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Darren Lee credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Now McCoy. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.